would we describe abundance? It's a garden. It's a play space. It's a bit of kind of calm inside a very urban surrounding. A place to kind of encourage a different pace and a different way of engaging with the world around you.
I would describe it as a beautiful, calm haven of play in a really unexpected location. Somewhere where you can go and explore, relax, play, grow, you know, a kind of escape from the world.
So for the hospital, it was brilliant. It was fantastic working with creative practitioners from Spectra. The co-design sessions really brought together elements of our community that hadn't engaged with the hospital before. And it really made a space at the hospital that felt like a sanctuary. We have lots of very hard-working staff, porters, doctors, clinical teams, and having that kind of space to rest, to reflect, but also to meet and play and be curious was just fantastic.
Abundance was a very important step forward for me in my professional practice, as it opened up the possibility of really pushing the idea of planting in public spaces as a sanctuary, so that the public and the staff in a place like a hospital had somewhere to come to just gather their thoughts, to take a breath and to smell and see this greenery and floriferousness around them. And I hope that we've made people really think about the importance of having a space like that in a public place where people might need a little bit of quiet time.
Abundance has definitely contributed towards the development of my practice. Getting to use 3D, kind of, working with Willow in this way. And building things for the public to interact with, something semi-permanent. I've done a lot of public art projects, but this was something a little bit different and more things that people could interact with, which was an interesting new area to move into that I'd like to explore more as well.
My favourite part of the garden was the Swift planters. I loved the story behind it, I loved the idea that it was connecting our little space in Birmingham with spaces in Africa that were, with those like stories of the migrating birds. And it was just that one day where we told that story to a lady who'd moved over here from Ghana, and she didn't know about swifts, and she was just, I don't know, it sparked something in her that was like visible on her face.
It gives me a lot of confidence, and it helps me learn about what the audience do and stuff.
Yeah, I think abundance definitely reflects a very broad and wide range of voices. Inclusivity is what Spectra is all about. And I think kind of in our previous work as a theatre company and thinking about our cast and our audiences, that's always been the case. But this, because it was so much more broadly co-designed, really having a really wide range of people who were involved and really going out to find that, not just holding a door open, but actually going out and seeking and trying to build partnerships with people that will continue now. So, that's something that's great from, different parts of the local community and older people who are living with dementia and young people who are living with a school that has a food bank attached to it and, people from different cultures as well. So as well as the kind of artistic team being diverse in many different ways, particularly in terms of neurodiversity, everybody who contributed co-design. And then in this very, very public space where people of all different kinds are coming for appointments, that's a great leveling field, isn't it? A medical centre. So, and just what you were saying, that people felt felt welcome. If it's a kind of space where they would have thought, oh, I'm not usually welcomed into that kind of space, I think people did. They came in and they stayed, and they were very welcome.
Yes.
So the legacy of abundance, we're really proud to say that many of the planters are going to stay within the garden space, which before was this little scrap of ground. It had a couple of trees and some grass. It really wasn't used for much, and now the broader trust and the senior leadership can really see its potential. So we're keeping the planters, which is really wonderful. We're also investing in having some seating put there so that it can still be used as that kind of sanctuary oasis space for staff and visitors and patients. And we're also looking at other little pockets of land, because now we can kind of see the potential of what can happen when you work with artists such as Spectra. They bring a set of skills around co-design and creativity that we don't currently really possess within the NHS. So working collaboratively with artists and finding the opportunity in these little pockets of spaces around our hospital sites is absolutely a fantastic legacy of this programme.
Just a thank you really to the incredible team that made it with so much love and so much care. They were incredible to work with, and the festival was so happy to have been able to commission and present that project.